interesting plays.
Yeah, let me start this off. Let me call
and
Yampy.
agent compositions that we don't see
Let me
from
make
the
sure
top
I'm not on
VCT
voice
teams.
activation as well.
But
Him.
one of the teams that is pretty much running the standard stuff is Pacific, and right now they're looking
Hello?
flawless at the
Yeah,
moment.
what's up,
They've only
Piggy?
dropped one map
Hello,
so
Yampy.
far. So maybe you know this new stuff.
I'm great. How are you?
This not meta
I'm
stuff.
incredibly
Is,
amazing.
it's fun to watch, but maybe it's not there yet, or
Yeah, don't
maybe
you
it's
turn him
just
up a
that
bit?
Pacific is a cut above the rest.
No, I kind of like what
do
you're
you think
saying.
about
That
last
there is
game?
that limitation, and there's obviously a reason why the tier
Yeah,
1 teams approach
it's
the
a
game
super
a
tight
certain
game,
way.
so-
But it's nice to see that there is that gap for creativity. So we're gonna have to
just,
have a little eyes on how
I'm
Benny
happy they
does
got
here on
some
this
rounds.
Phoenix. It's been something that we've been
Yeah.
umming and ahhing about
But,
how valid it is. But for now,
Okay, who's winning
wait
this
to wait
game?
and see if anyone
Pacific.
does appear through that smoke.
You watch
The
this
smoke's
team?
been enough to dissuade CGN on the approach.
No, I think
so
NA wins.
deciding to peel away. They've still got 50 seconds, plenty of time to look
Did I
at
leave
other
the call
options.
already, or
You should
Right now, Benny already has one of his orbs, and
Have you
this is
play-
gonna
have you
be
played with
something
these
that we're
guys
gonna
in
see
ranked?
all throughout the game is
Yeah, I
especially
beat
towards
them
that A
yesterday, but
area,
then they beat
he's
me
gonna
back. I
try to
beat
farm this
Chella
orb. It's
soon
one of
and
the
come
safer
back, and
ones
then
to
we played
get.
next
And
game,
once
and then
he's
they
able to
win
get
me.
that online,
Okay, nice.
those Phoenix ultimates, the run it back.
This
all the way
comeback
through
guy
A
just
site is gonna
forces
be
orb
something
all
that
the
we're
time.
gonna
Is
see
it the same in
probably
game?
a few times this
Yeah.
game. Right now, it's
He just
just
in ranked, he's just playing orb all the time on
defense.
attack.
He's probably
He
gonna
comes-
back out here.
so-
he plays how I think you should play?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this
I
is
was gonna
stuck
say
around
that
this
he's like
long.
me 3 years
The
ago, just
flash
forcing
yeah.
orb
he's
everywhere.
been caught.
Until
And I
Bacon
was
told
gonna
you to play
compliment him in
differently.
some of those previous
Yeah.
games. He played it really well of knowing when to peel away. You know,
Like, imagine
trying
if
to
Bacon
hold that
didn't take
space
off
as
my
long as he
prime,
could, but
like Jet
maybe
Prime.
outstayed his
Yeah,
welcome
I know,
there a
it'd be
touch, but
crazy.
still, planting CGN time on their
Could have won a
side.
Masters.
See what the
Or
retake is
champs,
going to look
actually.
like.
That's actually true.
Already Element happy to take a challenge on CT at least for a second. Sits a little deeper on site. Most of them sitting on site here. 3 of them posted. As there comes the flood. Straight through CT. Element, lovely shot
Oi.
towards it. Oh, that's
Oi.
stunning.
Nice.
That's what you
Shots,
expect
man.
from a
That was
player like
nice
Element.
shots.
Again,
Yeah.
yes,
What's your
we
time,
are
by the way?
seeing,
Did you know?
I'd
Do you know
argue,
the aim
more
on
eyes
trick?
on
You know
Lex
that you put on
combat, seeing
YouTube.
how he's performing,
Yeah,
but
the
Element's
times
been
two.
amazing.
Yeah,
This
thanks,
man's been
Simon.
around for
I'm
a
not that. I'm
moment
not.
or two, and
Come on,
seeing
man.
him
I've been here for a
still
while.
deliver value
I'll give you a
here is
little
exceptional.
countdown when it's done.
Thank you.
I might need you
Really
to
good
pause
to
for a
see
little
that.
bit.
That was a really
Okay.
cool post plant. The way that they played together and all those kills happened
okay,
in,
well,
in
I'm on
a
28.
span of a couple of
Yeah, I'm
seconds.
same.
But as we do our patented Lauren Pansy's
Yeah.
Scott, you know,
Yeah.
tech pause.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
we're gonna see, like, I'll
Talk to
just
me.
talk about like other things that we're gonna see this game. So
Sure.
right there, we're already seeing the value of getting out A from CGN, and we're gonna.
It's
see them
already
do
the
this
TS broken.
constantly. There's
Yeah.
no reason.
I was
not to,
thinking
and
that we
they
could
have
like
that
pause on
control
our
to help
age,
them
so I
scale
paused
as
on
well to
23, but
assist in
I
that
realized
take.
that it doesn't go like.
Especially when they have that ultimate online, they're going to use it. But something that we're going to see
Brilliant.
from Pacific
Yeah, I have to wait for the pistol round for
potentially
that.
go against that is we've
okay.
seen them do these mid
11,
and they can take
10,
that space
9,
as CGN's kind of
8.
occupied trying
Yeah,
to
it's
get
good.
space. Benny
Yeah.
doesn't
Then
do
we
it
are
by
on the same.
himself. But then we're also going to see both Loida and Larok maybe potentially contesting that. They have the paranoia and the KO flash to be able to get that value and fight for that A orb control. I want to see if they can test it frequently,
the
or if they
Phoenix.
bring comeback over, especially when he gets his operator online.
They play this
And
on
if
a
they
lot of
don't
maps.
stop,
Yampy.
Yeah, I
they're
saw
gonna do
it.
exactly what they just did
Maybe
here. Benny
it's
is
screen
already
watching.
one off of his run it back,
Maybe.
which means going into that bonus
what
round
could have
next
been.
round. can-
It's still the
if they
only.
convert
No, wait.
this,
No,
that's on
Cypher
final
ult is
already.
6 kills
Yeah,
also, right? So it's
I am-
Cypher and Phoenix is
again,
only.
Yeah,
It worries me though,
6
because we
kill
saw
ults.
kind of
6
gentle
orbs.
mates,
It's a very
over-reliance,
strong
and
ult, man.
overuse, and maybe a limited validity on something like a Phoenix. So when I see it again, I'm always going to be nervous, but if Benny can, you know, correct my thoughts, I'm
One
down
sheriff
to learn.
into
I'm
this?
down
But
to
it's
be better.
unfortunate
I see
that,
what
you know,
you're talking about,
Bacon
though,
took
with,
Scream
again,
off
the
of
quick
from the
progress towards getting that
Yeah.
off
Phoenix
building.
also.
This
That's
could be a
true.
nice opportunity to work
Actually
towards
could have
that.
won
You
champs with
should
that.
be seeing a little bit of farming here, to say the very least. Site looking available. So plant should be up next. So that should be the ult ready to go already. So that's locked in by what? Round 2, used whenever they feel like it's necessary. An element can take the space up towards rafters. And again, for Pacific, I'm mostly looking if maybe Larok can find something, but only sheriffs here. And CGN, comfortable. Not looking threatened by any means. I like this.
You know, I thought that
Very,
these
very,
games
very
are
clean.
already on land, the top 4, but it's not even that.
Nah,
Indeed,
it's
looking for that
lower
flawless play pick
lower
up.
final and
But
grand
it's well
final.
here, and
That's
obviously,
it. So we
Benny
have
already
2
gets
games
his
on
ultimate, so
LAN.
he's gonna sit
Yep.
back, let the rest of his teammates go and work towards that. You already
Incredible
highlighted
experience for the
elements
young
and getting him
prospects.
closer to that
Yeah.
blue
Maybe
zone.
get one,
He's
maybe
gonna
get
be
one
able to
game on
assist
LAN.
in some
Give
of
one
the
game
backside
on LAN,
rounds,
have to
but
go
This is
home.
where the first
4
real
years
test
done.
is. We see
Yeah.
Benny. We've been
Yeah.
talking
Here we
about
go.
him. That
Great.
Phoenix. It's something that we don't really
Feels
see
like
that much
last
these
year when we
days,
went to
you know?
Brazil
Phoenix,
to lock
very
in.
popular in
For one game,
the
yeah,
early
let's go
stages of
back.
the game back in 20.
Fly there,
Show off
fly
your
13
icebox.
hours. Yeah, fly there
He's one of
13
the
hours.
few agents that hasn't
Get
really had
destroyed and
ultimate
fly back
nerf
the next
that
morning.
much. It's still on
Yeah.
6 ultimate orbs, which is
All I'm
the
saying is
quickest
it's your own
one to
fault.
basically farm up
Yeah, I mean,
outside
that's
of
true.
potentially a Cypher ultimate, but the value in it is immense, and
That's
really
where my
leaning into
duelist
that
career
is
ended.
what these guys are trying to do here.
Yeah, I want to see if they
Bacon's
try
fault
and disrespect the
Yeah.
one-way off the back of the ult. Yeah, they're going to try and go for this with the complementary jet
Feel
smoke
like
there as well.
Phoenix,
Benny
if you
needs
win
to
a
take space,
pistol,
but I
man,
love
you're in a
the
good position.
paranoia.
Holy.
I love the staggering the Pacific are able to do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This
Completely
guy, man.
unaffected by Benny and the ult, and the rest of the
This is the
punch
thing that's
behind
scary
it.
about this team, man.
Josh, there was
You
nothing
just
to
got.
that. They looked
There's so
ready.
many of them that can do this.
That was a beautiful hold, actually. They were expecting it. They knew it was coming. It's like, hey, guys, guess what? Phoenix ulti. It's going to be an A
The sad
hit.
thing is
And then
exactly
they
that
let them
if they
in, like,
qualify,
almost like an
They
have to change
invitation.
3 players
Come,
or something.
I
so-
dare
Yeah.
you to. And that's what CGN did. They walked right in. And Pacific, they were
It's,
waiting for
yeah,
it.
all
They
the-
knew
kind of a
exactly
lose-lose for
when
them.
and where to
Yeah.
peek,
All
to
the
find
Turkish
and
people
line
are
up.
rooting for them, like the over 18 years old,
That
so
was
they
really-
get like
and
a.
that's an issue though. If
Yeah,
CGN
so they
were
get
gonna
a
be
free
able to
spot.
rely on
A
this
new
again,
Turkish team so
Yeah.
they can get
towards
picked
that
up.
ult
Yeah.
and
Yeah, so it's like.
maybe the
I think it might work
ignition
for them
to
though,
some
because
of
it's
these
like
entries
there's
to
no
taking
pressure.
space.
There's literally
Yeah,
no
exactly.
pressure. Like these three can't
capable
even
of
play.
handling it.
Can't even
Yeah.
play in the
You're already
league,
sounding a
so
little
it's
bit worried.
like
And look,
you
What's the
feel
third
more
one?
pressure.
Three.
Come
It's
back,
like-
Larok.
Look, but
And
to what
Loiter,
value?
Loiter.
You could
Loiter,
barely
okay.
get towards A. Absolutely backhanded last time you leant towards it, but
So
look,
yeah, there's
I was
literally
spending
no
my
pressure
day,
because
obviously,
like
after
who cares,
being
man?
shunned
If
from
they lose and
Sony's
win, it's the
community
same
over
outcome.
in Coach Mini's
Yeah.
stream, and he's got eyes even on this.
Except for the 2
Phoenix, hot
players.
and
So.
cold, and if he likes it or not. I think a lot of us are looking to see if it actually sticks. If it
Damn,
actually
Mini's getting
looks
shout-outs,
as
man.
good as
Holy hell.
their reliance on it. It's
It's
something
happening.
They played a great deal throughout a lot of their maps, and I like CGN. I mean,
Mini is the
technically
biggest
they're my
Phoenix believer, though.
hometown team, but I just get nervous. And Pacific are a team that are going to make this difficult. But this is a big opportunity. Again, a site with only 1 player on it. Paranoia goes in. And I prefer what we're seeing, at least from Loiter here, is just slipping away, sitting deeper, safer on towards CT. No need to give too much up.
What he's gonna do in
Let's be clear,
Nilzenia?
though, the drone was used.
How many suicides will
over
we
on
see
that
in this
B
map?
site.
2.
And right now,
That's it.
Pacific is looking to
okay.
catch him off guard, catch him on the rotation, but they weren't able to find it. So here comes the retake. They pop that null command.
It's actually crazy how many there are.
5v5 only.
Yeah, there's a lot on this map, but didn't
Yeah,
think
but
there'd be
I like
anywhere
this
near
play in
as
the cage.
much
It's
as we
lovely,
see.
but overwhelmed. Loiter
Yeah.
really heads up clear. Element's gone down, but can they pressure that back line? Can they start
Phoenix
working
Molly,
towards
Omen
that defuse?
Flash.
The next big question coming in. Loiter again clearing it. Oh, the Pacific side
Whoa,
is
we
so
went for
sharp.
this?
They're
Wait,
so
that was
damn good.
sick.
It is
Oh, that
just
was so
a
sick.
wipeout.
Yeah.
Pacific clean on the retake, perfectly poised.
It was a good timing with the jet
I'm
also,
a
the
little
way.
bit
Yeah,
worried now. We go
yeah.
into these gun rounds, Josh. They seem very equipped with everything CGN are trying to throw at them.
Yeah, that's a flawless round right
Lloyd
here.
is
off the
trying to do
back of
this
the
is the
round
thing,
where they
man.
got
It's just like,
4.
well,
They have
You know,
incredible
Benny is- or, sorry,
casters,
they
by
kept
the way.
4 alive.
Yeah, they got
Benny
good
is
casters, they did
already
too.
at 4 out of 6 though. He was at
Shaky,
3 to 6,
Shaky,
basically
thank you
as
so
soon
much,
as they
man.
lost the previous
Thank you so
round
much for the
after
13 months, bro. I appreciate the
using it.
support.
So we
Thanks
can
for the
see
prime.
how quick it is to
Yeah,
build
you are
towards
just
that
waiting for like
ultimate,
these
but we're
3
not
just
seeing
who
the
gets
value
this
from
3K
it.
this
And
time.
this is kind of where that break is, where you have those discussions, the hot and cold, as you were saying, is that you have the Phoenix, which has the power of this ultimate, but you're kind of forced into
Oh, they
taking
have a
more
boot camp
fights, more
Yeah, the
duels,
boot camp as
using it
well. It's getting pumped
kind
up.
of like an
Nice.
ISO in certain ways.
We had that
but you
also
don't get
sometimes.
the same value as an ISO, but then you also lose
Oh.
the
Bro,
value
look
of,
at the confidence.
having an initiator like KO
just
with
wide
the knife
swinging.
or
Yeah.
those long
This is what I mean, man. They do.
And as I'm
What,
sitting
they're on
here
eco?
back home,
Sure,
you
I'll
come back
take
fighting
all the
down middle
kills.
against an eco and picking up
Just
3.
farming. Just
I literally said
farming.
on stream, like, they just take
He's-
turns of just
yeah,
doing it.
a
There's
pleasure to
Larok
watching
into
this,
comeback,
but
into
that's a
Loiter, and then they
confidence
just
round as
go
well,
back
little
again
Eco
and
Cobra
just
moment
keep
for
on
him.
doing it.
Happy enough.
And then if
He'll
you need a
just
clutch,
work towards it.
Rose
Oh, he's only
and
2 away now.
Celestin just
Cool.
does that.
Anguist, a player that, again, a lot of eyes were towards. He's had some really good impact.
some- when
really
you are
hours
so
there,
young,
just
you don't even,
discussing
like,
how well he
realize,
can play
like,
it.
you just
It's not
go.
looking like the
Yeah.
start he would have wanted, at least as
The amount of times I built up, like,
unfazed
this
and
year and like the
unpressured
past year, just like
against
how there's like
a very low buy. So we're
player
looking
pressure
now at
and
the
maybe they'll
ult
feel the
coming in. We
pressure
have
and
Benny's
just
ult.
never
We have
once
the
is a
knives
player
coming
like
out for
not
him. We've
looked
got
as
a lot
good.
going on
Like
here
when they go to like
that
a LAN or something.
hopefully gives them
Or
a
play
little
at a
bit
bigger
more punch
game.
because we're already seeing Pacific looking very solid and poised in those retakes. They don't look phased by the approach, but Josh, Josh, what are you hoping to see now with those ults coming online, at least for CGN?
Well, one thing I look at for both of these teams is they don't really stray away from what works for them. And for CGN, that's going out A with that run attack.
Hero?
And for
Yeah,
Pacific,
but Hero still
that's
did
doing their
way
kind
better
of
than he should have
standard
done
setups. Maybe
in
they swap one player
the actual
from the
EMEA
site, so
league
they'll send
in
one of the A guys
playoffs.
to B and one of the B guys to A. And sometimes
You watched how that guy played? He played like his best Valorant.
Right now, though,
Wait, did this guy
a
just
little bit of
see?
a
Did he
fake,
see
like,
their
hey,
head?
we're
Yeah, I
over
think
towards
so.
A,
Oh, look at
maybe
this
get scanned by the knife,
Yeah.
but they want to go right back to B.
If it
into
was
the open
Bacon, they
site.
would have
Come
definitely.
back, though.
That's true.
Already
Did he
getting
get
the map
spotted?
closed.
This camera's so
think
nice as well.
probably,
See down on top of him.
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. So we're going to be seeing Benny going in at the moment, basically being a shock dart, clearing out the trips. Traps cleared, and well, bye-bye. But they're on the site. So, that's not great, though. Element going down is a bigger problem. He's not going to be able to be
The timing of
resurrected
this
here.
was nice.
The flash through the smoke is fantastic. Benny going to take away one, but it's the pre-take on
Damn,
the site.
look at
The
that,
pressure
bro. They're
from
so
Pacific
together
is
as well. It's
outrageous.
not like
Yeah,
they're
this is
all
good.
individually
As Anguish
insane.
went,
Like
you're pretty far
they're
away.
all
You
together.
just shot. And
Corey Clapp with the 17
Yeah,
months. Thank you with the
this
tier 1
spike
month.
Just on the same
currently
page.
Surrounded. High
Yeah.
lows
It's like
everywhere.
everybody
This
just
would be
swinging,
a
so you
mere
are.
5 HP. Have you ever seen the Anguist 1v5 5 HP clutch, basically?
Oh,
You know,
how's he
it came down
not
to a
get away with that?
1v3. Yeah, I think this one might be cooked.
30 seconds left.
There is no more games
One of the
after
things
this
that
round.
makes these rounds
Not
so
today,
difficult.
no. We got games again
Rock
tomorrow,
already
same
has the
time.
read on where Anguist is going or trying
Oh.
to go. Makes noise on the rope. He might get caught. Jesus. Just something. So while this hunt is in play, one of the things that makes Pacific really strong on this map is they kind of play this 2-1-2 spread default like standard on their defense a lot. And
How's
they're
the rank
comfortable
grind going,
holding when they
MP?
need to do that. Sometimes they lean a third
Pretty
player
good.
towards B.
Pretty
Sometimes
good.
come
What
back
rank
is
are you right
taking
now?
it off there. When they see a lot of ults
Like
online,
top
maybe they set up
100.
to
I lost
play
like
for
40
that.
yesterday.
But the
I was
other
like
thing
top
they
50
to do
already, but
is this 1-3-1 where they take that mid
Unlucky.
space, they close
Yeah,
down the
happens.
map. And because they have that middle area,
I was watching
they're
your
very
match
quick
history,
to
so
pivot
I got
to
instant
whichever site
karma.
they need to go to.
Oh, okay,
So
I
if
see.
CGN's unable to get into the site
Yeah,
clean,
that's some shockers,
get
not
that
gonna lie.
plant,
I was
get
playing
the
with
space
Bacon
that
though,
they
so
need,
Yeah.
ego
then
tanks a
Pacific's
little bit.
gonna flood out of the choke points. Catch them before
Understandable.
they're able to stabilize.
Yeah, and it perfectly summarized what we're seeing here. You know, the underhand flash was lovely, but I mean,
I played
it's
some
all of it,
10-mans
right?
also yesterday.
It's really all encompassing.
The
Gotta
Incredible.
see
Cupid
a
one?
timeout, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
How is
CGN
that stuff?
deciding these 4 rounds
It's
have not been
amazing.
nice to them. They've not
Until
been particularly
Keeper and the
kind.
coaches left and I left also.
And it
We had
feels
one
like
good
that
game,
very blunt approach of
10
utilizing
No, we had
Benny
2
in
good
that ult
games,
is
then the
simply
next
not
game,
doing
the
enough
third
for them.
game,
It's
full
not getting
troll,
them
so
enough
it was just
safety
the
when
same
it
as you have
comes
played
to-
ranked.
Yeah, it's
Even
Because
with
I want at
securing
least I
the
take them
farm,
like pretty
Josh, they
seriously,
haven't
and then
really been getting
like if somebody just
towards
starts
this.
swinging everything like
what's
they play
your
ranked, so it's just
suggestion?
like
You're in
pointless
CGN's
to play.
position, you've
'Cause,
got
yeah, as soon as one
feels
person
like a little bit of a
disrespects it, it all
one-dimensional
goes out the
approach
window.
with the composition, at least with Benny. You've got to hope they've got other looks, of course. What would you be looking at to try and maybe allow for that plant to be a little bit more secured, pressure them elsewhere? I don't know. What would be your mentality now, seeing what you've seen?
If I want to go B, I want to make sure that I'm shocking wherever those trips are, so that I can get into the site uncontested.
Keeper wants to know
without
who
getting
was
spammed
trolling.
through the chokes.
They're instantly
If
getting
I'm going
kicked.
A, I want to use that Phoenix wall
Name and shame,
so that I
MP.
can bluff off that back sight
keep
line
at it.
that's been punishing me before.
Okay.
They take contact from the left, they swing me from the right, I'm dead. I'm looking to block either of those down, but for CGN right now, it's more about going middle. At least on this round, they have Sheriff's 1 rifle, but the
Here we
problem
go,
is
he's got the
Comebacks
op out.
here with an operator.
Yep.
It's going to be
He's a
solid
good
half the
opper.
round
But to be
game.
fair, yesterday, you know,
he's
he
been
was
good at
peeking
this,
me with
watching
op. You
back
know, I
some
played
of
Fade
their
op
games,
yesterday,
Okay.
Again, very, very diligent.
and he beat me every
See how he
time.
looks. He
I
does
was gonna
well,
say,
it's a little
and
bit scary up against Sheriff.
he's pretty
especially there's
fast.
numbers behind
Yeah,
him.
he's good.
You can get a
Showing
little bit.
himself.
Reminds me of
overwhelmed.
like a young
So now they
Yampy or
know,
something.
but they don't know about Rose as well. So that's one aspect that could keep him somewhat safe, which is ideally the plan. And
Especially
couple
these
missed shots,
misses.
but it plays in
Yeah.
the additional player, and there we go. Shut down, shut out, and the rifle's still going to be there with Davi, but they're struggling to hit that punch, that first big blow. I like that Rose is trying to back away from this. Loiter already going to catch the lurk. It's going the way we expected, really, isn't it?
Really can't be any different here.
Don't do it, bro. Bro was tempted to go all the way around the jump
We're
round.
going to see that next map
Lunatic.
as well on Ascent. Once they hit that defense side, they're going to do these
Ever
types
see
of
this,
setups where Comeback's got the operator on that
Yeah,
long line.
comeback
Rose
with
is
it was on this map on
inserted
defense,
deeper
and there was
into
an
middle,
Astro
trying to
ult.
do a
He hit
bait
like
and switch
3
setup. Hey, we see the
pretty
jet,
fast
surely
shots.
there's no one else here. They're not.
Have you seen the
Nah.
clip?
Usually it's the
Hey,
jet
it's really
that's being
fast, man. It's
inserted.
impressive.
But still, CGN has life in them. 25 seconds. They're seeing if they can find an opening into the site.
Ooh, the timing.
Oh,
Okay.
Even
Okay,
he's hitting them.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah, someone picked this one up.
That's rough. But that wasn't what the timeout was for. Hopefully
But
this
there-
round on the bye, we're going to see what CGN have cooked up for us.
He's not using a good op skin.
What's
I
a good
didn't
op
realize.
skin?
Oh yeah, Element uses
Origin.
in that round too. Damn.
I can't even picture it in my head.
Defensive round. Well, I mean,
It's the skin
It is in
thingy
a
when
way,
I
right?
played against
Yeah.
Gambit and got
yeah.
6 kills.
Outside of that round where their Cypher is saving and getting those exit kills, I think they've only
Is it
had
like
2
Brown?
or 3 kills in the last
Nah.
3 or
It's
4
like the-
rounds.
drought, right?
It's
Yeah.
been
It's
very
Soul Cast
one-sided
Vandal.
in favor of Pacific.
Oh,
op
okay,
version.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
looking to see how this starts
That
out
one.
again. Maybe a challenge on that orb. Loiter this time leaning further, and he's got a nice flash for him here as well on the tap. Oh, he's actually going to just take dry
Ooh.
contact on that Element. Just waltzing up.
smart.
I feel
What
like
is
they were
this
still
for that
considering
big
that
buy
Benny would
round
be
though?
going
With
for that orb, trying to play off the back of that. But
contact
actually,
walk over
a nice
towards
little bit
A,
of a look there
and
coming
when
out
they
from
think they
Element,
could have an
punishing
op.
that expectation.
Is that not mental?
Middle. I think Benny spotted comeback and doesn't want any piece of this right now. He just wants to escape with his life. As a 5-on-4 in the favor of CGN, this is the first time they've had a real advantage here. So just picking the right site to go to and finding that second
Dogs,
opening,
man.
this is maybe potentially
just-
the
they
third
just-
round that
they
CGN's
just
gonna
go
be able
out
to pick up
searching for
here.
jewels.
They do know
It's
that
crazy.
comeback has that
But
operator.
even
and he
CGN did
was
this.
close to
I find
middle,
this
so
mental.
could be
Element was
on
just
one of
walking
these
over
lines at
towards
B,
A when
so
they know
he's
they have an
gonna-
op here.
They're going to approach this very diligently. But
Confidence.
already, yeah, going for that
Yeah,
flank instead.
unless they have a
But
read
you
that he
see
never
Element
faces over
holding that,
towards A or
knows
something.
Yeah,
this mid push is possible.
Ooh, 5v3 ult.
5v3
I've
all.
seen the. Oh,
Oi! There's the first
okay.
one.
Well,
First one.
Tried to dodge
that counts.
the understeer.
Yep.
I said 4, so
oh
4 more.
dear,
3
oh
more.
dear,
He dodged it.
Oh dear, it's
Oh
all
god, they're
gone
gonna
wrong.
win.
As Element just gets leapfrogged over, ignored, and put aside as comeback.
Holy.
He even looked back. He looked back for a second, but
That's
can
the low
Element
HP
save them?
as
He
well.
got them the first. He needs to get them the last
Off
two
and
here.
get it off so they can
achieved on
both
the
double
defuse,
swing.
And Element trying to play that corner, trying to toy with him a little bit, chip away one more bullet. And now on the reload,
Ooh.
this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. Smoke goes in, trying to go for the spam. Larocque still has to start going for this one. Time. There it is.
Oh,
Element
yeah.
He played it well though.
saving
What a
Yeah,
round.
that was
Start
incredible.
and end on this round was all in
Played
his
it
hands.
really
His
well.
God, come back almost.
I like
had
how
that
the
one.
meta has changed. That like
That
1 or
was
2
so
years ago,
close for
everybody was
comfort.
doing the wide
CGN
swinging,
should
and
have
now
that
nobody
nipped in
wide
the
swings
bud. It was a
anymore.
5 versus 3.
Because
and
everyone
Element
got
was
so
sitting
good
there
at, like,
waiting for
holding
comeback to
the-
push all the way through.
Wide
Punching you
swing.
when you swing
Spotted
out.
there
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the operator. But yeah, I mean, the first chip to fall is literally falling all the way off the map. Right here.
Oh yeah, that.
Tries to dodge it. He's on the rail and
They win one round, one person survive him. Money's in the bin though.
Do that again. Get
Lose this,
4
it's so
Element,
done.
And
They get Phoenix
we're
ulted though.
good.
Phoenix so ult.
This time, you actually. Oh my God. Oh, a leg.
Oi.
He legged him, but
He
it's not
legged
enough.
him,
Element's
but-
still alive, and once again starts off the round perfectly for CGN.
Yeah, he's gonna be annoyed at
This
that
guy
shot.
looking like he's starting to heat up here. But he can't be omnipresent. He can't be everywhere.
Did you pin? Yeah, sure.
So we're going to have to see someone else from CGN starting to find that impact too.
pivot back to
There
B.
you go,
They
thank you.
have Benny's ultimate online again. And you're right, there were so many flashes to be able to be used there. The KO flash, the Omen Paranoia over on that A site for that re-peek from comeback. They don't use it, and now...
I was
the
expecting
numbers
people to play
disadvantage. It's
Astra
gonna be a
more on this
5-on-2
map.
over at B.
Yeah, same. That's what I thought was gonna be
Big
happening a lot.
task for Jellison to be able to hold.
Every time
Again,
I
the
watch the
tricks
Astra, it
are
looks
up,
so
and
good.
They haven't really been broken at all
They
by
don't have
CGN any of these
shock
rounds.
darts to deal with it now. They're in a little bit of a pickle here. Yeah, already you're going to see them struggling to
He's done really good to
those
dodge
steps
all
towards
this.
the site.
Wait, they
Now
can
for
hold
the
this site?
second time of asking, they have to
Yeah.
make
Look at
a
the
go of
Omen all
this.
behind.
Hero's still just
The Phoenix ult has got
posturing in
0
the smoke.
value
You're
so
gonna
far.
see
I think he
mid-pressure
has
coming
died to
eventually.
trips
That is
both
from
times.
Element.
They have
You're gonna
no
see
idea the
eventual
Omen's here.
approach
2
from Larocque,
ults and
but
died
it's
to trips
Loiter.
both times.
Backline found.
Oh
The
my god, and then
turnaround
they
is
turn
Pacific
around. Dude, I'm
again.
telling you,
Ooh.
this team is so
well balanced.
together.
They know those pressure points. They hit the timing incredibly well.
That was
Element is
awesome.
desperate to do damage, but it doesn't matter. Look where the spike is. And again, Element can only do so much on his own. He needs
1-9
the
loss
4 others
bonus.
to be
We
able to somehow
got
take
no
a
one that
site.
can buy now. Well,
Josh,
actually, that's a
not
lie. This
good
guy can
enough
buy.
from CGN. They're simply
not.
They're banking on Element so hard here.
That is so tough to be
Dude,
in
this
as
Omen
well. They
ult's really
had
cool.
that
Like
advantage. All they
Yeah.
need to do is be able to press that, utilize it, and convert it. But what
See what I mean, though,
happens
with,
is
like, the
a
timing
very
and stuff, like, as
simple
soon as the
Omen
guy
ult
behind
from
plays,
everyone's
Pacific,
just swinging
and
out
Loiter
all the
gets
time.
in the back lines, and nobody really reacts to it at all. You know, and then once the first chip falls right here, like, what are you looking at? You know that the Omen teleported. You guys all hear it. As soon as David goes down, 2 more people turn around, and in that timing, that's when that jump up comes. So good communication from Pacific, recognizing that flank's coming in.
Force him
As soon
down
as
to
he goes and
eco.
makes that
We
contact,
got to consider
that's when
that
the
this
teammates
3
come and spring
includes the
out
pistol. They
from
are
the
getting
sides, and it
annihilated, in my
worked
opinion.
perfectly.
Credit to Pacific for getting through that, because it felt like we were seeing a bit of a rinse and repeat from before. A deeper trip this time. Element gonna be able to obviously get past that. This time, playing with the
Hold up.
pack, so maybe trying to be the tip of
Hold
the
up,
spear
this
here.
is a lot of potential.
As he is the only one with the rifle, and well, everyone else has fallen.
Ah.
Okay, relax.
What the hell?
Elson there, trying to do a little something with a shorty. We do have the Guardian still
Ooh.
here, so maybe there's a bit of life in them in this round.
What's this KO flash
Rock
like?
still closing the gap here.
Okay.
It's
Does it
loiter
matter?
to find Vince. Even just have it in a 1v2. Plant is in,
Yeah,
though.
they didn't want to lose
No
this
jump
round
spot.
like they did the other one, so they're
Well,
actually
cleaner
pushing.
than boasters. Turns the flash. Nah, it says there's only so much. There's
Nice.
only
Yeah, they
so
kind of
much.
learned from before.
Probably it feels like the most competitive attempt yet as a collective that time.
It got close, and considering that they had like 4 classics plus the Vandal, that was a pretty valiant effort. Much
Yeah,
better
even
than the
it's a good
first
eco
3
from
gun
them.
rounds that we saw, where they got collectively maybe like 2 kills across 3 rounds. So a step in the right direction, but you have to keep in mind, Pacific picked this map. They picked it for
The
a
team
reason.
flash? Yeah, the
They're
team
damn
flash
good
meant
at
the
it.
guy in
And
heaven
yeah,
is dead.
CGN, they're no strangers to the map. I also like this Outlaw pickup. They had so much economy. They could have afforded an operator, but they chose the Outlaw, knowing that they're going against
So many
potentially light
people
shields
playing
or no
like
shields
looking
all,
at down
can
like
deal with
that.
2 targets instead of 1.
What do you mean?
But again,
Like that the monitor is like so much
Oh,
under.
okay, yeah,
Like,
considering
really
CGN
down,
got the
yeah.
pistol round here,
Not
this
good
is
for the
not
long
looking
term.
good for them.
No.
I mean, none of
so
this
you
is,
got
but I guess.
2 rounds initially, obviously off the pistol, and then
No
the
one's got
one
good posture
that
really
Element
for that.
pretty much got them there. Element had a fantastic amount of impact. Never going to take that away. I'd like to have seen more of a collective effort, and you've got to hope that they can get a couple more under their belt here. Otherwise, they're going to be.
Salison? He definitely had a couple, Bacon.
We'll see.
He's good for a lot of
Early
clutches.
damage towards Element, however, is not necessarily a good look, considering he has been, again, impactful from start to
Yeah,
end.
bro is
Able
just
to isolate
walk,
Loiter on
picking
that
over
they're like
towards
playing
A.
Jet
kind of
Lurker,
site,
just finding
but
the entry.
Yeah, it's
huge
really
big
weird, man.
patience
Playing it
pays
like
off
you
in
would play like
middle.
a chamber or something.
Catching
on
Rose,
this
this
map.
is much better, but they have yet to claim the site.
They still
Despite
lose this
still
round 5v3
deep down
now.
by Spawn, Josh, and there's still
this
a
Cypher's
lot to
dead.
navigate and get past, but Anguish does clear B finally.
Real winning situation here for CGN. Pacific actually choosing to save here. They
Yeah,
have
they're gonna
a lot
save
of
for the
economy
last-
still, and
they don't need
it's
to
the second
save.
to last round, so definitely they could go for this attempt and still be able to play out the next round. So here, yeah, that's where that decision comes in.
because they saw
Wait,
them
wait,
both
we
over
actually
towards
can do
B, they
this.
thought they were gonna
still haven't even
insta-react A
planted,
call.
So they're coming back. It's a
Yeah, makes more
2-on-4.
sense.
It's going to be very difficult to break through here, but full utility for Lorok. Operator still in the hands of comeback. And if they're able to make someone peek out, get a little bit curious for information, that could be the way in.
Ooh.
That's a
And
start.
that's the raid boss removed.
Yep.
That's a big shot, though. Angus there from the back lines playing by Pillar.
Uh-oh.
At least denies comeback. Nice push up from Lorok, though. He still knows there's a player on the site. His knife revealed it earlier.
Okay, this guy
He knows that
crossing
Vince
to
is
the
around
back
here
here
somewhere,
should have
surely.
secured it.
Or is it Davy at one point? I think it was. So he's going to try and get half. Has to face the music.
I mean,
But a nice
he
attempt
still
to
thinks this guy's
4v2.
right side, so he
Still
knows
gets
that this guy has to
converted.
peek him, so
CGN
he can take the 1v1
Brilliant.
anyway. It wasn't too
Good
bad. Man.
starter coming out from comeback at the beginning, but it was Vince in middle that time to continue the scales tipping in their favor.
One thing I'm noting right now, watching these 2 teams play, is that Pacific's not really straying from what their game plan is.
What side
we've
do you think this
seen
map
from
is?
them on Abyss in previous
Attack.
matchups. They still do the same Omen KO towards
100%.
A.
Like
We still
a
see the Sova
8-4
cycle
or like
towards B.
7-5?
Potentially we see the KO switching up.
I
with
think
the Cypher
8-4
on
is
occasion.
probably easy.
But- and obviously
I think it's
comeback is
super
just going wherever
not
he
super
wants.
easy, but
Usually
I
it's
think
middle, sometimes it's B main.
the
We've seen
attack
it A
is
main
really
once here.
strong.
But it's the same thing, round in, round out.
I haven't played like
But from the
Brax
side
on
of
it.
CGN,
Of course.
usually they have Benny outside of A main.
Yeah,
He's
I
trying to
got a
find
theory
that
about
by
this
himself.
downwards
He's trying to pick
TV
up that
thing.
orb. His teammates
You wanna hear
sometimes
it?
even work through middle.
Yeah.
But right
Okay.
now, we're not seeing
So,
them
they're
utilize
all
middle
really
that
young,
often,
right? So
because
they were
comebacks
all
there with
pretty
an
much
awful lot, and
born
they're scared of that.
on
They're
their
also
phones,
coming
or
in
like
to take
those
that
iPad
fight.
kids.
Fight.
They're
Yeah.
always used to
Trying
looking
contest,
down.
keep that pressure on, expecting them
This
to
is
fight Benny
more
there for the orb,
at home
but
to
Benny's
them.
not even there.
Just
He's
everyone
towards
looking down.
B, he's with the pack.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
could
very
be
different
true.
look. I wonder if CGN
Could be true.
change it up specifically for this matchup.
And I'm kind of glad that they managed
It's
to do
like-
that. You see with the timeout hit earlier,
When you were
nice,
at that
great
age, you know, there
two
was
more
not even
rounds.
phones yet, so...
If this adjustment is
I mean, we
what's
had
propelled them forward,
phones, but could you?
they needed it. And
There
then,
was
you know,
no
at the start
internet
it
to
was, as
connect
said,
to,
those two
and they
initial
didn't have
pistols and then one
cameras.
bailout, but it needs to see some
Yeah,
more
but you missed
repetition
out
on
on
this. It
Snake,
looks like we're
man.
gonna see
Snake
the
was a crazy. This
flash
like
of
Snake
course I
started
had
game.
Snake.
Oh, you had
Hey,
Snake?
Nokia.
Last time
Shout out
Oh
Nokia.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
banking
you know
on
from...
I forgot you're the biggest
You know
Nokia
from...
fan.
You know
but
from
now
where Nokia
it's
is
just
from?
being shouldered.
Yeah, yeah,
It
of
looks
course.
like
Finland.
comeback is
Of course,
here.
it's the only thing you guys have
Three
done.
players, the
And the
paranoia
movements.
ready, the spray is good. Comeback now unleashed. Loiter goes
Anything
forward,
else?
but it's comeback to be doing the damage. A third,
The elevators.
absolutely. Comeback makes it all his. Four, and eyeing up the fifth.
Hey!
Stolen away.
He stole
And you
the
take
ace.
it in those moments. An 8-4 scoreline, Josh.
Hey.
This has been one-sided.
That's beautiful. It's one-sided indeed, and I love that flash
That's a
setup.
big shutdown,
I talked
man.
about it before. The paranoia, the KO flash, they got to use them. They use them.
8-4.
Elevators,
It's been
did he say?
one-sided. Let's find out if it ends that way as well.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
It's true. They invented elevators. Hold on, let me do this. I didn't realize they invented elevators. Nokia, Moomins, and elevators. Honestly, that's a solid trio. Specific to them, yeah, they're insane, dude. They're insane. You don't know if they invented, but they're one of the biggest companies. Ronel 4 with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 6 months. Yampy, when was the last time you went sauna?
2 days ago?
Okay. Slacking
Yeah.
a bit, right?
What do you mean slacking? 2 days ago, yeah. When did you go last time?
God, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like relatively popular here, just not as much.
Yeah,
as...
yeah, exactly. We have sauna, of course, in our home, so...
8-4.
I went 2 days ago, I think.
Summarize this first half in 3 words for me.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
2
putting you on
days
the
ago.
spot.
Incredible, of course.
Holy
I mean,
crap.
yeah, no, I'm not dissing them.
Josh,
They're
that was
really
pretty good. That was good. Look at you go.
Sauna is also from Finland.
I mean, they got 8 gun rounds effectively.
True.
CGN started with a pistol,
Clash of
converted
Clans.
round 2, had that Phoenix run it back on round 3, but still were only able to pick up 4 rounds in
Okay,
total
raid
at half.
boss.
And they were off the back of an
Yampy,
early
when's the
pickoff,
last
or
time
maybe
you got
even a
raid
5
bossed
versus 3
into a
advantage,
pistol?
and the rounds were still close.
Wait, what? You mean that somebody dropped me?
8-4.
Yeah.
Side
Yes.
switch, of course, now.
First year,
So
everyone
we'll have
did
to
it.
show us how
Yeah,
they
man,
decide
that's what I'm
to approach
saying.
this
What
map. We
happened?
I was the
find answer
greatest
to how
frenzy
do we
player.
feel about the Phoenix on the defending side?
no,
Are
I
they as
like your
able to
frenzy.
depend on the
Yeah,
likes
yeah,
of
everybody
Element
dropped
as
me
they were on the attack?
frenzy
A
armor.
couple more questions we can go through, but for now it's a mid-walk.
Since
And
Bacon
something if you
took off
watch
my,
Pacific in the past, they love
duelist
abusing
role,
middle.
you know,
They will be
since that.
pressuring this time and time again. As it stands, they've managed to get past Element on a real godsend of a bit of timing, but smart work from Davi to check on it, but sadly they were
Nice
already
shot.
in the door. They were knocking
this
on
jet.
the door and they're through. And it's Anguis.
not
Okay.
even
who's
the
the one to
jet.
stop it. That's
They're gonna win double
perfect. It's allowed
pistol.
Element now to come back through
They're
towards
gonna
site.
win double
Maybe
pistol.
there is a
That's
chance
nuts,
to
and they
save
still
this
might
round.
lose.
As you can see, Element prowling and catching, gets comeback, puts
Just
him
as he had
down.
the knife
It's a
out.
2v3.
Okay,
It's
must
not
win
out of the
pistol.
realms of reality,
Green
but it's
Kitten,
certainly
thank you so
still
much,
within
Green
touching
Kitten. Appreciate
distance
that. Thank you for the
CGN.
5 gifted. Chat, you know what to do. Get the oily slugs going in. That's your first 5 gifted
Dash
as well.
out.
That's
It's
your
a
first
fast
ever
retake.
gifted. Thank you so much, Green Kitten. Appreciate
Waiting
you.
Oh, it looks
for that
like
flash.
it. Yeah, there it is. Flash comes in. Nice clear from Benny. Leave it on Loiter. A 1v2. Really close the gap to the side, high and low. Can he isolate a fight? He can, but it's not easy.
Yeah, you can't
Hence
crouch
the
there.
one to find him in CGN again.
Double
Start things
pistol.
off with a pistol.
And that was a good
But
round.
must need
needed
a pistol
round win for
if they
CGN.
want to do
Yeah,
comeback.
It was.
they
I
need the,
did not
need the
expect
double.
them to deal with
Even
that
though
mid
comeback is
aggression
another
as well
team,
as they
but-
did. Pacific, it looked like the fundamentals were on point. They had the first person clearing the right, and in the back they have 2 players covering them. Get that opening pick, and it should be a conversion from that point. But in the back, you've highlighted him time and time again. Element is
Allow you to
making
defend
big
yourself?
work,
I mean, yeah, one day, Bacon.
just getting it done for this team
Yeah.
at the moment. There with the Sheriff, getting that pick off onto comeback, and being able to turn this around a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a buffer to be able to get them back in, and we see the value of that Phoenix flash coming in. It's so weird to deal with. You never play against a Phoenix. You're not expecting
Hey,
these
not
types
a
of flashes
Marshall.
to come in your face.
No, true. I guess it is like the lost art of dealing with a Phoenix.
I'm surprised that
certainly
they
not
didn't
something that
drop
people have in their
comeback
wheelhouse as often anymore. I mean,
Outlaw
to be
full
fair,
armor.
Marshall. Oh,
Solo
okay, yeah.
queue is riddled
Oh,
with
really?
people who
Marshall
still
full
believe in
armor.
the
True.
Phoenix
They like,
choices. I
They do get your
mean,
ranks.
I swear
do
though,
like
it's
an
just like
outlaw.
you ever see a Phoenix, you know
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
either going to be
exactly.
completely irrelevant or
But there is
actually
no
a
outlaws
godsend. It's bizarre. I've never
on
seen something so
CGN.
hot and cold. This should be a throwaway round considering Pacific
Probably they
do
don't
only
want
have
him
those
to get it,
classics,
man.
one Sheriff on Selson, but
Yeah.
you can see
Comeback's
what they can
crazy.
achieve at least getting
Crazy
towards
with
those
it.
orbs, building that forward, and maybe they
Have I
could
been
pose
hitting
a
the
threat,
gym?
maybe a
I do.
pick,
I've been
maybe a
slacking.
plant. Let's see if they can achieve
Champs
any
was
of
on
that.
and then
For
I got
obviously on the other
COVID.
side of CGN,
I had like
you
4
want
days
a
off where I was
clean
like, oh,
round
I'm
here.
going to
This
gym
is
so
getting
much.
worrying, though,
I was just stuck in
as
bed.
Jellison did find Benny.
So I've
They've
gone
made it
like,
towards
what,
the
3
site.
times
Vince
in the
still
last
lingering
30
around
days.
backside, though, keeping this somewhat in
But
hand.
I went last
And
night.
this should now be
Prime
somewhat of a
Guardian,
formality as
best
comeback.
skin
Last
for
one
it.
alive.
Yeah, it's so nice.
And hopefully CGN
Screen got like
had
60,000
the
kills with that.
foresight to keep this very, very clean.
Not much to do here.
30 seconds left.
Probably a 6th round on the board and a gap close. And
Vice?
when you look at a
Nah,
team like
I think end
Pacific
of this
and you look at
tournament.
that map differential, 2 O's here or there, a 2-1 over Maus, they look almost near indestructible.
Yeah.
But when you actually look at it,
Okay,
eye
I mean,
test wise, they're
That is not bad at all.
sometimes just scraping by a little
One
bit
death,
here and there.
that's it.
It's not like they're clean, just
You're in
13
70. Thank you so much
threes,
as well with the prime.
beating
Thank you
down
with the
other
5 months,
teams.
bro.
And especially when you look
Okay,
at
the Phoenix
caliber
not
of
looking
team
so
that they're
good
going up
so
against,
far.
they haven't been
Yeah, but it
tested
really comes
by
alive on
the
defense.
big top
Yeah.
dogs that
On
are
attack,
alongside them.
2
So
ults
the
and
teams
both
that
of
are
them
up
hit
here,
at the trip, I
for
think.
example,
Yeah.
we're looking at CGN right now,
Yeah.
Apex. Like there are teams
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it
that
is all early
can
as well.
go toe to
Yeah.
toe with them that we just haven't really seen them being
It's
put
like
to the test.
no value
And
much.
this might be the first real test that they have to go against. So let's see how the resilience plays out in this attack side, because after all, this is their map pick. Yes, they're down both pistols and they're still leading, but this game could get very close and scary off of basically nothing.
Yeah, I tend to agree as well, considering we've seen Pacific struggle a little bit on the attacking side in some of their previous games. It kind of closes it into a very, very, I guess, closer scoreline than you'd hope for. I want to see if they've actually adjusted this consideration, as already still playing close. Benny is not giving up this close angle. Does have Vince behind? Playing kind of
I
backside
mean, he's going
now,
to give this up
pushing a
once
little bit closer. This timing could be
he
feast or
flashes
famine.
once the
flash
thing goes down.
is
It's
fantastic.
real
Good
nice, man.
damage, but
Damn, imagine he had a gun.
and nice from Vince though. The smoke's up in
I mean, he
play.
did a lot of damage,
Ult's gonna
actually.
come down,
Yeah,
though, so
yeah, if he
Vince
had
could
this
be in a bit
rifle,
of
that's a different
My
tricky
goodness.
situation here. Yeah, trying to buy his time, but I'm surprised he stuck around. Could have backed away there.
Love the instant
Could have given it
reposition
up and
into
maybe tried to
heaven.
play for the retake with the rest of the team, but no, opts to try and stick around. Jellison as well, still with a little bit of utility to make it a little bit more annoying for that playback through from CT. 4v3, Josh.
4v3 locked out at that choke point, but no one holding them.
They
Loida,
saved
only
4
with 22
rifles, but
HP,
they
he's
have.
gonna
Yeah,
do it
dude,
by
I was
himself.
thinking that as well.
That's so risky.
How did they? At one point, I looked.
Lot
They
of
had
faces,
4
man.
rifles, and then they
Seeing
ended
on
up
his
with a
camera, but the
marshal and
flank
1
coming in from
sheriff.
comeback.
Oh,
Definitely
it
missed
just
something.
feels almost unfair, doesn't it? Feels cruelty in action. Yeah, it feels simple for
was a
comeback
cool
again.
play
The
for him to go
timing's
instant
so
into the
right for
smoke on
him.
heaven.
And once we got into this gun round, yes, it's a bonus.
I also
but
hate when
clean.
teams like
This
save so
worries
many
me, though.
guns, but the
This is where
person
my
making
worries
like a
start, because this is
big
what it felt like on the
play
first half,
has like
right?
the
It's
worst
that,
gun.
Okay, I'd like to see
Yeah.
maybe try something in the
Doesn't make
bonus, be a
sense.
little bit more proactive in this.
Any other gun here?
The flash
They
and the swing.
won this one.
Yeah, he gets 2
It was
at least.
okay, but it felt a little simplistic. Maybe try something a little bit more all in. But hey, you know, who am I to tell you what to do? But Pacific coming out on top, looking very solid already. I mean, comebacks on 18 kills. Element on the other side.
Element
14.
picked
We're
up the
seeing everyone else
Marshall.
starting to step up
He had
though
a like
little bit here. Buy
guess
round
he
coming
had
in
a
is
Spectre or something?
massive. This is where we need to see the difference made, and not the
Oi.
one way, a deeper smoke this
Oh no,
time.
now Yumpy's gonna be ahead of us.
It's looking like a fast execute here as well. Vince probably going to back out of the site this time.
Yeah, he
Respect
better
the
do.
confidence on the previous round, but oh,
Honestly, he did
Well,
very
there
good
was
to
time
get one.
leave, and it passed. Now, Benny knew better. Benny got out of dodge. Element getting punished from...
Oh,
Loiter
crispy
Sure, if the
shots.
fighting side alone is
Being
good when
on
your
the top of
teammates
the
not
site.
even...
Yeah,
The
I
confidence
think he
now
still did really
overflowing.
good to get
This was
one,
the
but
first
it's
gun
like one of
round.
those things where
A
it's
fast,
Omen,
pacey,
and you have to have
simplistic
your smokes
approach
for
towards A
retakes.
works so well. Loiter there.
Yeah, like if this was
rewarded
the
in end
Phoenix, I
with
would've been
4,
alright
but I
with that.
mean,
Yep.
Again, the punishment on these
Or if the
CGN
Phoenix at least
players,
flashed, but
you can't
Yeah.
So he
on a
had
site
full
like
util,
this. They
so.
have to evacuate. Benny was out of there.
Okay, Sheriff light armors.
What else are you meant to do?
It's a guaranteed win round,
Agreed.
right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In the previous round, I was going to say,
They-
you
I
got
mean,
a
they can't
bonus
win
round.
by
I
buy
respect
rounds,
the
so maybe-
confidence. Go for those
maybe the
fight
eco's the
spins.
one.
All good. You know, Benny was already fighting to his death, close to main. You're trying to back him up, get those trades. But on a round like this, a big pivotal round, it's your first gun round, and you're already backing up because you're aware that's a 5-man hit. You have 3 teammates
Got the
starting
outlaw
on
out
that
for
B
you.
site. You got to play
Yep.
your life a little bit more with more value.
Yeah. And something else I'm looking forward to throughout what's remaining of Ascension here is kind of seeing this outlaw use again. Something that it feels like the Ascension teams and Tier 2 teams really got a grip of earlier on, and it looks like they're obviously Comeback, the one to be trying to utilize it here, opting in for that. So, again, I respect what CGN's trying. I've got to say, Element trying to posture up here, but Comeback
Yep.
again. Look at this guy. You speak his name,
Okay.
and he just gives you two
okay.
out of nowhere. Well,
I,
that's
I,
B
will,
looking
I
like
mean
it's
this
on
in
a
the
platter, but they're
nicest
not
way
eyeing that
possible,
up.
and
They're
I
still
actually
holding
don't mean
this
this as a flame.
patiently.
This guy
Maybe
gets
wait
a
and see if it
lot
was
of
Benny trying to maybe
ecos,
work
but
towards that,
in a
or
world where
Baku,
everyone
yeah,
gets
trying to
ecoed all
lean
the time,
through,
it's
but
actually really important.
Benny on an island.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's
the
just
rest
like
of
he
them
does
now
this in ranked, you
gravitating
know,
back
also
towards
when I
A.
played
Just
against him. That
Element
he just plays
try and
outlaws
hold
every
them
time against
back.
eco,
Knife
because it's just
connects.
like a.
That's not good.
You-
That's
It's a
really
smart
not
play.
good.
You think pro teams
Rose
need to
closes
do
the
this
gap
more? Because
as
I
well.
would say that these guys probably
Getting
get
that space and
ecoed
finally
the
rotating, and
least out of
it's
most of
looking
the
like
teams I
another
watch.
flawless round.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
mean,
because
it's
this
just
guy just farms
really
every eco because he just
highlighting
doesn't
and
miss outlaw shots.
exposing, I guess.
Yeah, I think it should be.
What?
He didn't shoot that, so it doesn't
Okay.
count.
Yeah, it didn't count.
Hey, that's yeah. It makes
Look,
no difference,
Legolas.
Josh. But you know, good for Benny. Good for Benny.
It really exposes.
You know,
though,
Piggy, I
the
didn't come to your
lack
stream today,
of
so
utility
what did you eat
overall
today and drink?
utility That you get from having the information.
What did I
on
have
the knife
today?
And potentially
I had-
jamming up and slowing down.
it was
and
like a
execute
steak
for a
wrap.
potential 8
Like a
seconds.
steak wrap
you know,
with
if you get scanned by that
cheese,
knife, you can't use your dart, you can't use your drone, you
and
can't
lettuce.
deploy smokes. It slows you down and
Then
buys
to
back
drink,
extra 8
I had a
seconds
lot
to get
of
rotation
had
in
like
to
they do these
reinforce the
skewer
site.
protein
And when you're
drinks,
playing
man.
as
These
Phoenix,
pretty
Yeah.
you only really have you have
They're
two
good.
options. You're up close trying to take the fight, which Pacific is waiting for, hoping and
What do you
trying to
have?
punish, or you have to sit way back and give them so
I
much
had for
respect and
breakfast,
space
I
that they
had
can
my
walk
usual
all the way to the entrance and dump everything on you.
Skewer, then
Now the difference
some
maker may be
granola,
this.
and then
They've got a big
blueberries,
issue, and that's a big gun.
raspberries,
Maybe that'll
strawberries,
fix it.
peanut
Nice
butter,
start from Element. Does
Ah,
get away
nice.
with? Oh my God! Come back,
And then curry lamb pie.
He bought
it's like a
Yeah.
Finnish pastry,
Keeps his teammate
He
of
bought a
Element
backup
safe.
like a bread
judge.
basically.
A what pie?
Top side, still plants.
It's like a
there,
Finnish bread
and
basically.
a deep plant towards CT.
It's called pie, but it's not really a
They're
pie.
back available, and they're
Yeah.
going to use this. They need this round clean.
It's like rice and
Keep the economy.
rye bread together.
Trailing by 5.
They're staying postured up on CT.
It's literally like,
They've
you
seen
like
the
rye
barrel
bread?
there of the gun.
Yeah.
Be clear
Oh.
from Benny. That should be.
Yeah, so it's rice and
but
rye
it
bread,
is.
technically.
Leaving Loiter.
I told you the
this guy
Phoenix
is
coming
good.
alive
Does
on
get
defense.
Scanned, though. Really tricky.
doesn't
in the
win this,
defuse.
right?
The plant was on the backside of sight. Not going to be able to get
And
around
now
that
the
corner.
round is over, so I talk
CGN.
more.
Hey.
Jeez,
And then I made some pasta
They're not
bolognese
out of it
myself.
yet.
So.
It took the operator.
Amazing.
It took a good start. Took
A yambonese.
removing.
Yeah, a
You're
little
up there,
jambonese.
It worked.
If you've noticed right now,
heard
Element's
Rice, yeah, he
actually
piqued my interest.
overplaying that A site, really trying to fill the gap, and the fact that Pacific's waiting to go to the site and try to exploit that kill onto Benny, but now getting the operator involved, it potentially makes Pacific think twice about going to this area. Maybe we see them go back to going middle, trying to use that space, getting those deep inserts, instead of just trying constantly to go to this A site. Because it's a
honestly,
clear
win
change in
this
game plan
round,
from
force them
CGN.
down to an
I'm wondering when
eco
Pacific's gonna
kind. Nah,
clue
even
that
these
it
two are
is
going to
be
drop.
after a
Time for
timeout,
band.
or they're just gonna. Yep.
They actually got so much
We're
money.
going
Let's
in.
see it.
Comeback's like, all right. But Element's angle is so good. That nice off angle there. Okay,
Yeah.
that was
It's
a
a good
pretty
way to
tasty
deal with him as
1v1.
well when you're just searching like
You
this
look
on
at that
attack
profile
so
picture,
much.
silence and comeback.
That was so good.
4v5 must win
Hey,
rounds.
again, we kind of question, is he over reliant on trying to backfill this space towards A?
I like this.
He
They
was already
show
showing a little
one,
versatility
and then
there.
they
You saw
insta
the
rotate back. We
comeback
got a
wants to
smoke on
create
here that
that
blocks vision, but this
opportunity on B,
trip
but
gives
hey,
them so much
very
info. But
impressive
this free
stuff
stack is not lasting
to
long.
start with. But the rotation back towards A could be an
Yeah,
issue.
here we
Looking
go,
at where
server
Pacific
already
are
on the
heading, it does
rotate.
look like it's going to be that B site. They still have a lot of ults to play in here. They have a lot of util to play with, Josh. This is still very much an up in the air round.
Feeling more comfortable to retake the B site. Their defense is all the way towards A. So right now, Still, 100's Fury in play for the attackers here. They're going to get that spike planter, no problem. They're going to reset, but Laroc goes down. I don't think they're going to be able to pick him up. That's an easy ping spam.
You'd think so, right? But he's back on his feet.
Whoa, we didn't ping this out. No, no, guys, you can't be losing this.
If he can. Already, Rose going to be posting the ult down. I don't know if that's called a tag here. But
oh, what a
Just
shot.
has already defending the side. Good trade.
God, what a
CGN
savior kill
still
as well,
have the
man. Holy
numbers.
hell.
So you're looking
It's
at
not
the
the best
shot
plan
dodge,
for
you're
these
looking at what
guys.
remains, and it's
And
nothing.
he
Anguished
hit
on the
both
clear
He just
them.
pressed the Sova ult
CGN back in
on the
this
1v3.
series.
The end of that round looked really clean, but you have to consider and keep in mind, this was a big advantage for the side of CGN. They got that opening pick element on the comeback.
He
But
basically
again, I have
ult
to
that
point it
versus
out,
no one.
It's getting a little
He
bit
just
closer
started
right
the ult.
now.
I don't know if it was a
And
misclick, but
the story of this
I
game
don't
right
think
now,
so.
I might have to highlight
Wow.
how Element is getting ahead of what's going on here. And the call right there, to be able to have that operator aggressive on A one round, shut that down completely, goes B the next, anticipating
did it with
that
one
that's where the
alive.
first action
yeah, exactly. I didn't say it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It
Now
just
you see again,
he
he's
just
moving
died at
over
the
to
same
A
moment.
site, trying to keep ahead of
They win this
Pacific,
round,
and
honestly.
stay ahead
It's
of
pretty
whatever
much
might
on.
come at them, but it's going to be a 5-man, potentially fast B hit, and Benny's
But their
there.
money is still good.
All right, Benny.
Yeah, 2 people won't be
It's
able
your
to play.
turn. Hard to hold them back though. If they continue flooding this,
Big flash.
the fight doesn't really deny you much. And
Oh.
Comeback's already closed the gap. Gets cleared
Big
by
kill.
Vince though. Sight stays
Big
his
kill.
and gets a follow-up. Benny's
Oh my God.
been
This
Oh
guy
my
is
God,
one
he's
of
on
the
fire.
most aggressive Omen players.
Vince doesn't need
Ah,
it.
bro, that
4
was sick.
Incredible.
He did so
kills,
great.
Perfectly played. Even Laroc in a 1v3, and it's not gonna
Hey,
happen.
Hey,
What
it's
a
nice
run.
shots.
Right
love that
back
he
in this
decided to push
series,
after getting the
step
second kill. That
by
was nice.
step.
I said it before, Pacific hasn't been put to the test by other teams. A little bit by Mouse, a map taken away, double digits as well on a third. But right now, CGN is putting up a fight. They're not going down by rolling over. Vince, very aggressive here on the sidelines. It all really opened up from that Phoenix flash coming around that front box. It made Pacific
good
think
timeout.
twice about what
It's
was
like
going
a
on. Comeback
weird
missed his
situation when 2
dash onto
people
the
have to
top of
eco.
the site because he was partially blind. Has to use his cloud burst, and as he comes to the other side of it, Vince puts him down. That means that there's no opening for Pacific. They're so focused on Benny that Vince is able to come around and get a 4K. So what does
That's
Pacific
my
need to do
thoughts on their
different?
love for
We're
Phoenix.
seeing it
Phoenix
time out
is a
from
strong
them.
agent.
Maybe we get to see them exploring
It
the
is
middle
a strong
little bit.
agent.
We see that they like to insert players.
I
Sometimes
think
they
the
even
teams
send
maybe
Rose
don't
out by
experiment
himself,
with it
so
enough.
to
I think
create
a
like
lot of
little
the
bit
times
of a
you
fake or
have to
be a
have
feeder
another
lurker.
duelist
I want to see something like that
because
from them right
otherwise
now,
you get
because
stuck in
right-
chokes.
they're
It's like
just
a little bit
walking into
map dependent.
operators, and when they're not
But
walking
I don't
into
think
operators,
Phoenix is
they're
crazy
getting
bad. Teams got a lot
kind of
better at
split
like
up by
actually
these
being able to
flashers.
snowball.
Yeah.
And like
Okay,
make sure you
let's
have
see what they come
ults.
up with here.
I think the problem with Phoenix, in my opinion,
Don't
is it's
really know
very
the coaching
dependent
stuff of either of
on
these side,
winning
but
the pistol. Like if
it's-
you win a
it's always
pistol,
nice to see
you're
what
pretty
they can
much
kind
gonna
of
have
come
like
up with
normally
in
a good
these
half.
moments. Pressure situations.
If you lose the pistol, you can get shut down pretty heavy, and it also
CGN,
depends on
a
like the comp you're
moment of
playing against.
redemption,
Like if a
really,
comp
after
has
what
a
was a
breach
really hard
and you
first
have to
half,
get
they've
the
done
orbs, it's
incredibly
pretty
well to
hard for
fight
you to
this
actually
back.
like
Keeping
farm and
Ice
get
to
the
come back
orbs.
somewhat neutered. I wouldn't say completely irrelevant. No, he's still
So it's a
leading
mix
the
of
server,
everything.
but
Phoenix
credit to the
is
man
still a
there,
good agent,
Element. Now, does he
especially for
consider
ranked.
this?
It's insane.
Oh, he certainly thought about it
Ooh,
now.
this is kind of nice.
They hurt him. We
He's keeping
saw
3 players on this side. I mean, do they continue this way, Josh?
Weird
It
though,
looks like
because
they
normally
want
most
to. They
people
have
like
that insert. It's
drone
gonna
and
be
then
at least
flash
pressure.
off the drone, but
Denies
they
that
use the
heaven
drone to
position
fake
from being
B.
able to set up that crossfire. But you saw at the start of the round that 2-man B fake with that Sova drone just to create a little bit of doubt. It doesn't work though. CGN knows what's up, and Element is already coming over to A. Actually, it has worked. He doesn't know where to go right now.
Yeah, the pause in time, it really threw him through a loop there.
It
They
breaks
didn't
one of
quite
the
know.
shocks.
Maybe expecting the
get
break to
Omen
come
flash in
sooner.
front. That's a
clear
big
from
kill.
Anguis. Beautiful. Loiter's gone, and still now firm grip on the site. Comeback clears through towards CT.
Dude, they
You're
just
seeing them try
dominate
to
when they
pressure
get someone on
Anguis here,
top of
but
this
he's been
box.
steady as a rock. Quick little flash, but no
Don't-
one there
don't
to
go
close
up.
in on this.
Yeah.
You're looking at the pressure on CT. Hello? Did we think that was going to be safe forever? And now the crunch on the reclear. This feels
Whoa, are we
misjudged, and
melting a little
Pacific
bit?
had the opportunity.
Nice
It's
kill,
all on
man.
the
He's
one
full
man.
flashed.
Look at him winning
To
this
do it
somehow.
all. No plant, no
That's
time
kinda
on his
top
side,
shit.
and surrounded. Anguis closes the gap. big
Once you get
hold
that
from
first
him
kill,
under
though,
a
full
lot of
flash, you kind of feel
pressure.
like you can do it.
Bill
Yeah,
Flick
yeah,
in
yeah.
In the
You get the
crosshairs.
unbelievable
He
confidence.
comes down
Yeah,
swinging,
you do.
but
You're like, hold up.
that felt like a missed
do
opportunity there for
everything.
Pacific in my mind.
It's like you get 3 kills,
That
it's
was a really
5v2, and then you're
creative
like,
round from them
nobody
still,
can
being
stop
able
me,
to
and then you
only
lose
teleport
2v5.
out to the middle box and then up into that secret
extend.
room area, and it almost worked. If comeback's not there with an operator to,
That's why you should
if
play
Element's not
Judge,
there with
because
an
with
operator to
Judge you
clear
cannot
it,
start pushing.
and then position angle.
So like if you kill 3
perfectly,
people with
deal
Judge, yeah, it's like
it's a
holds you
different story.
accountable.
The other
Yeah.
thing is, I do
real
wonder if
reason
he
I made
could
you
be
use
a
it.
little bit more
Yep.
safe as he breaks that door, so that he doesn't instantly
But then you
go
gave
down
me
as soon
Jet,
as
so
that
I
door's
could
broken.
So you can dash on him, yeah, it's true.
So
Doesn't work.
it didn't quite work.
Okay, that's a different start. We've
Yeah,
been
that's a
generally
bit of
seeing those
revenge
entries
for Al,
working
yeah.
for Element. This time, it's comeback. Now let's see how they respond to the start.
Dash
You can see how we're
in,
still
knife
looking
hits
for a
the
chance. If
cipher,
anyone
so the
get
trips
pinged,
aren't
anyone
his. They
revealed,
can
you're looking
break
at
all
the
the trips as
outer run
well. They
coming
get
in.
the good
Need to
plant.
get tag on that. It's already
They
around the
got
corner, so
dude,
Angus
they
can't
still
quite
have
close
drone
down
for
on that
after
kill, but
plant.
he's been a real
Where's
threat
the
in this
where's the
position.
silver going
And
with
they're
drone?
desperate to get this pressure
We
on
flank
CT.
him with drone.
Time is later.
Wait, they didn't
I
check
thought
this
he could have
corner?
had that then, but no, traded again pretty well. 3v3,
Okay,
but
now,
time is
okay,
on
they
their
realize
side.
that this guy's
Deeper
going for the
post
flanks.
plant
Now
here.
he goes
All
back.
3 players
Again, he has
playing
drone,
from this
man.
side. The fuse started and not stopping. Gets it to half, has to fall away. Gets revealed.
Dillo got it
Kills,
half.
though. Still anyone sort of around here. Larok does remove Anguish.
Wait.
Fuse
Oh
denied.
my god, that was
Oh
so
my god,
close.
that
Very
was
last
so
second.
close.
Davi, the time's going to start really ticking against him here. He knows it, and he can't quite close it.
it's unlucky,
12 made
That
for
was
Pacific.
very
That
close.
was so close. Offline, thank you so
Huge explosive rounds coming out of
Rocket
the side of
Kitty,
Pacific
thank
right
you for the
now.
prime. Thank you for the whole
CGN
year.
making
Thank
it
you for that.
close, but still, they had that buffer of the double pistol round win, and they're on map point or against it. Makes me think that Pacific's found the working recipe. This teleport play that Loida did, as soon as that retake was coming in, he tried to teleport behind them. And
Chat, did he
got
TP there
but
after
because
they
he spent
checked
so many
it?
bullets on that first kill, they were able to turn and respond to him. That was almost the difference maker.
Wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, that could
They
have
still win
been
in the end.
huge. We
Why they
still
were
have the
flashed.
operator out for
It's a
Element,
really cool play.
so that's still on the field.
You can like tuck
As
in,
it stands, he is on the right side of the
can,
map
like,
for where the
tuck in
spike is.
here.
TP
they check out, and
committed.
then you can TP
Lloyd has
at the
gone
back.
for it. Ooh,
Yeah,
an
it's pretty cool.
outrageous
Dude, I mean,
attempt there.
he's got the confidence now after the other
I don't
TP
think they saw
happens.
it.
This is gonna be a weird round, man.
I'm
These
waiting to
two
see if Element
walking
sticks
in.
around on this. I
Oh,
think
what a
he
weird
will
round.
do. Davi's here.
This guy's
Angus is
gun
here.
might
They
block
don't
the-
know how close they are, but there it is. Davi spots it. That's a very
Dude,
aggressive
that could've
fight, and
gone
they've
wrong.
been
That's so
affected by all
close,
of
yeah.
this. CGN taking some risky engagements, and they work out perfectly.
One enemy remaining.
Keep him coming.
Yeah, this is
I mean, PCF doesn't
swinging
have 3
stuff.
people, no
Are we
money.
gonna get treated to OT here, Josh?
Was
Did you have any
Anguist in
plans?
For
UKCS?
sure,
Yes.
this is
As you,
Nah.
OT. Like, there is not a
get
chance
Only
it's
one
not an
now?
OT.
Nah, he wasn't
Slate.
yumpy.
Nothing on the calendar.
I mean, he could have been
Nothing
a
but
little like
good
after my time, maybe. But
Valorant.
not that I know.
Fair play. As it stands,
One enemy remaining.
seeing both sides now finding their form when it matters. This has been impressive from CGN, showing resilience here,
Okay.
showing
Dude,
creativity.
I should
and
always do the
capability to deal
ones
with a
in
very
bigger
threatening
fonts. It just
side.
always looks better.
Now into the
Okay,
final
one more
round of
chance. We got a
regulation.
double op out on defense
We do
just
see
because they got so much money,
bit of
and
a
we got
shaky purchase,
nothing
but
really here other than the
usable.
knives at the
Aggression,
backup.
though, is the name of the game coming out from CGN, and Benny
Oh, he's out in the
does
open.
get punished
Oh,
with
it's a
the trade.
great kill
Davi
roll.
this
It's
time
such a
with the
good trade
operator, the
back.
one to take away comeback, but it's a 1-for-1 trade out.
2 operators up on the defense side.
Yeah, but they do
One of them
have.
surely gonna get
Silver
over to A,
ult.
but the double trips, the camera, they're fine to play that retake at the moment in Pacific. I mean, you look at the mixed buy here, 2 Vandals, a Sheriff, and a Stinger. They want to re-hit this B site. They're just waiting for one of the operators to move away, but you have to look. Okay, there is a switch up. There is, yeah, he's got the operator. He's gonna take that B line again. And this is so scary to walk into. If you're Pacific right now, if you're a fan of them, walking into this right now is scary.
Actually, pretty close.
He's got his dart back on as well. Does he save it for potentially the retake? Oh my
No
God,
way.
Loiter. Spacing just
There's
close
no
enough
way.
to swing, and it's close to send the ult from further away. Maybe trying to isolate.
Whoa.
And that's a good tag as well, though.
Damn,
Just
all right.
catching, I think, Anguist. And now we're into a 4v3 advantage to Pacific. How do they break this deeper positioning? Element still standing.
This is
The
pretty
Danger
good,
Man
though.
on
He's
his 2
cleared a
feet.
lot of the
Anguist
map.
there.
Problem
He's been packing
is,
a punch over towards
they got
A,
the good
but
plant.
difficult positions to pry them out
It
of.
should be impossible,
First
chat.
attempt on the spike, and they've caught Element. Now the follow-up, they're going for it, and they've got it. Pacific in the
yeah.
final
That's
hour.
this is
Able to
that
get
plant.
across
As
the
soon as that
line,
plant's done, it's
13
just a
to
damn
11.
round.
Yeah.
I swear.
You'd think
It's
there
It's
we're going
tough.
OT the way that CGN was playing.
was
but
nice,
in
though.
the
It is
final
tough.
moments,
So
on
overall to make
whatever
sure they could
desperation
secure the
by
good
that
plan.
Pacific could do, they pulled it back in the end.
Certainly did. This has been a